Hey, it's Emily and this is my May TBR game. So I'm bringing back the TBR game. I say bringing back, I've been playing it the whole time. I put TikToks up of me playing it every month, but finally doing a full video about it, so I'm excited to do that again. And I've definitely got a mix of books. I've got my little stack here, so I'm excited to talk about some books. For those of you who don't know, I will link the video where I discuss my TBR game in full, but basically, if I can quickly find it. So essentially it's a bit of a snakes and ladders board. It is the same, but I've got 25 different prompts and I roll 5 times each month. I can't remember where I started. I think it was on Phone a Friend. I'd gone down a snake and ended up on Phone a Friend. So that's what I started on this month, and yeah, we've definitely got a mix going on this month. I think with that, let's just jump on in to roll number 1. So roll number 1 gave me Punishment Tin, which is a sort of tin I have, and it was, when I created it, my entire physical TBR. I don't touch it anymore, but it's got all like the ones that have been on my TBR the longest. There's books in there that I have read. Sometimes I pull out ones that I have already read, but it gets me reading the books that I haven't touched in a long time, that have been on my TBR for a very long time. I'll just roll the clips here where I pick out the book. So as you just saw, I did originally pick out Blitz and I have read that one. So the book that I ended up picking up is 5 Years From Now by Paige Toon, which my lovely friend Frances gave me for my birthday, I reckon maybe 2 years ago, either my 20th, maybe 21st birthday. What? Can't be, no, my 18th she gave me another book for. But it's been a long time either way. I couldn't tell you for the life of me what this is about, so I'm going to read the back to you and we can find out together. Nell and Van meet as children when their parents fall in love, but soon they are forced worlds apart. 5 years later, they find each other. Their bond is rekindled and new feelings take hold, but once again, they must separate. For the next 2 decades, fate brings Nell and Van together every 5 years, as life and circumstance continue to divide them. Will they ever find true happiness, and will it be together? And it is blurbed on the back by Giovanna Fletcher. We like that. But yeah, I've been meaning to read this for a long time, and so I'm glad I can finally tick this off, get it read. Yeah, I am intrigued, so we'll see how that goes. So with that, let's jump on in to roll number 2. So as you just saw, roll number 2 gave me short read, which is always a blessing when it comes up. I love it, and especially how I've got quite a few short books, or at least easy books to read, like ones that I can fly through. But the one I have actually gone for is one that I've actually hauled rather recently, and that is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. I haven't read anything from V.E. Schwab apart from the Cassidy Blake series, like the middle grade horror, so I'm definitely intrigued to read something else from her. I have heard very mixed things about this, someone told me not to waste my time with it, but I am still intrigued, and it does sound like something I would enjoy. I got this from, as you can tell, Forbidden Planet. It's a signed edition, and I discovered that Forbidden Planet do student discount, which is amazing. I'm so glad I had my student card on me. But yeah, and it's got like the nice little sprayed edges, which are stunning. Have I looked at this? I don't think I have looked at the naked hardback, but that's what it is like. And yeah, I'm just intrigued to read this, and it's nice and short. I think the audiobook was like 7, maybe 8 hours on Scribd, so it shouldn't, in theory, take me that long. We love that, so that's what I'll be picking for short read. Oh, for those who don't know what it's about, I don't really know, to be honest. I think it's about a girl who she inherits a house or something, and someone says don't go. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure I'll find out, and I'll talk about it in my wrap-up once I actually know what it's about. That is the second book on my TBR. I'm excited to get to it, see what the hype / not hype is all about, see if I actually do enjoy it. I reckon I will. I have high hopes, but not too high. So with that, let's jump straight on in to roll number 3. So as you just saw, roll number 3 gave me thriller, but actually if you look at my prompts on the board, I don't have a mystery or mystery one that's separate. I've always done mystery thriller together. So for thriller, I've decided to pick Light Seekers by Femi Koyode. I think that's how you say it. Apologies if I've said that wrong. I heard about this for a little bit and then I haven't heard anyone talk about it for a long time. I'm very sad about the sticker. I couldn't take it off, so that's why I gave up and I didn't even try to take this one off. But I picked it up in Waterstones. Did I pick it up in Waterstones? No, I can't have. It's got a broken spine. Maybe I got this in a charity shop. But I definitely remember the struggle of taking the sticker off. I think I got this in a charity shop actually. That's beside the point. I am very intrigued to read this. This I think is like a sort of murder mystery. Yeah, 3 students are brutally murdered in a Nigerian university town. Their killings and their killers are caught on social media. The world knows who murdered them. What no one knows is why. So I think it's just about a sort of the investigation as to what actually did happen to these 3 students, and yeah, I'm very intrigued. I'm just very intrigued. This has been my TBR. I was gonna say wow, it's not. It's been about 6 months maybe. I don't know why I keep putting it off because it's one that always pops up as something I really want to read. So I'm glad that I'm actually putting it on my official TBR so I can actually get to it. I feel like I haven't really spoken about it for very long, but that was roll number 3. And so with that, let's jump on into roll number 4. So as you just saw, roll number 4 was a completely free choice, and for that I decided to pick up The Unfinished Portrait by Agatha Christie, which is one that she published under the name Mary Westmacott. I am very excited to read this. I've wanted to read this for a long time. You can see the receipt is inside it. I got it in Birmingham at Chloe's Patreon meetup. I wanted to buy a book to remember my time there, so in Waterstones I picked up Unfinished Portrait, as I keep looking for it in Waterstones and other stores. I can never find this one. I can find a few other ones by Mary Westmacott. I can always find other ones when Agatha Christie wrote with Mary Westmacott. I've said that name too many times now, but I haven't ever picked up, being able to find Unfinished Portrait. And a lot of people say that you can really see a lot of Agatha in this. It was very heavily inspired by her own life, and I love reading about her life and watched documentaries about her, and she's just one of my favourite people on this planet, and she's the person that if I could have a dinner with someone who's died. A lot of people say things like Freddie Mercury. I would 100% pick Agatha Christie. I'd love to sit down with her for a meal and just talk about things. So I'm excited to read this and see what parts of her life I can spot in here. So I am intrigued, and I believe this is the Read Christie book for May. I'm pretty sure it is, and so that's what I've been trying to participate with. I think I've only not read 1 out of the 4 so far. Excited to put this on TBR finally, and it's a very, very floppy book, so we love that. And so yeah, with that, let's jump on into the final roll number 5. And so as you just saw, roll number 5 gave me a series, and there are plenty of options that I could pick for this that would help me finish a series. I've got a couple series where I've got 1 book left on my TBR and I own them, but I've decided to start a new one, and that I'm pretty sure this is a series. I might be completely wrong, but I've definitely seen multiple published by this author. The one I've decided to go for is the Decagon House Murders, which is a Japanese translation. It's a murder mystery, and we all know how I love murder mysteries anyway, and I've been really loving reading Japanese translations recently as well. So I was recommended this when I said I loved the Honjin murders. Someone recommended this to me on a live stream on Live Sprints, and so I picked it up fairly recently, a couple of weeks ago, with my friend Mars again, the same day that I bought Gallant. I went a bit mad that day, I'm not gonna lie. I bought quite a few books. Yeah, I don't actually know what this is about at all, but I'm so intrigued by it, and I love the cover, and I love that the spine also matches my one, well, it's very similar, like it will look nice next to my Detective Kindaichi books. But it says on the back, a Japanese bestseller inspired by Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None, and that's honestly all I need to know to want to pick it up. I can't wait to read it! And Then There Were None is one of my favourite books ever. One of my top ones from Agatha Christie. It's probably my favourite, standalone, if that's what they're called, not Poirot or Miss Marple. I'm very intrigued by this, and we all love a kind of closed circle murder mystery, or I do anyway. That's one of my favourite things that are mystery is when it's literally like a closed group of people. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, that's the 5th book on my TBR game. So I do also tend to pick up other books as I go throughout the month. However, I prefer to mood read with them. I like to just look at my shelves and pick up random books throughout. Oh, my dad's ringing me. Apologies if the angle has changed, my dad rang me. Yeah, that's definitely not the same angle. Okay, let's go with that. So what I was saying was I do tend to read other books throughout the month, but I tend to enjoy mood reading them. However, there are a couple that I will probably lean towards. Is, as you can see here, I got one more of the Gallagher Girl books, which is United We Spy by Ali Carter. I've been really enjoying rereading these for the first time since I was like 13, and just had a good time reading them, and so I'll probably try and finish up that series this month. And I got Surprise Me by Sophie Kinsella, which is my other bookcase, otherwise I would show it. And that is a audiobook I have on like hold, I've reserved on my library app, and that says it should come in the middle of May, so I'll probably pick that one up when it comes in. But aside from that, I'll probably just pick random books off my TBR. This month I am trying not to buy anything, gonna cut off buying any books, or at least adding to my TBR. I suppose I might allow getting a book that I've read and don't have, but we'll see. But yeah, so these are the books. Let me just get the stack together. So that's the wrong side. These are the 5 books that I plan on definitely reading this month. I do have access to the audiobooks for all 5 of them, because I think all of them except Light Seekers are on Scribd. Light Seekers is on my Audible wish list, and I have like 5 credits on there to use, so I do have access to all the audiobooks, so that should help me get through them throughout the month. But aside from that, that's pretty much it from me. Yeah, oh, I might also be reading the Chloe's Crime Scene Corner book for this month, but I can't remember what it is, but I'm pretty sure I said I would do the May and July one, or is it the June and July? I can't remember, but I'll talk about it in my wrap up if I do read it. But so yeah, that's it from me, and I hope to see you very soon with a brand new video. Bye!